same sound. And then exhale through your nose, making that same sound. Here again, that restriction at the back of the throat, making that ocean sound, it brings calmness to the nervous system. And so let's set a metronome for the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. For ladies, that's a Kegel exercising, lifting up at the vaginal walls. For gentlemen, that's lifting up at the perineum. And this is going to bring lightness to your practice. It's your core in yoga. It's lifting the core. It's like the core of an apple instead of just contracting your abdomen muscles. All right. So keep those 2 activations throughout the practice. And if you don't want an assist today or you don't want lotions, just raise a leg and down dog split. We won't touch you. All right. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Press into the index knuckle. Exhale, 9. So Annie, you're going to spread your fingers and press into those knuckles instead of crumple your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good on your inhale. Come forward to a plank and stay in plank. Look slightly forward and push the floor away from you, doming the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. If the palms are lifting up or you're bending your knees, just put your hands on blocks. And so raise the earth up to you. Just step your feet out a little bit wider, about 2 fists, so you're not jammed in there. It's still just a warm-up. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. And step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm, squeeze in with the knees. If your heels are lifting up, you can put a blanket underneath the heels. Everybody looks good, though. I think there may be somebody online, so you can also set on a block or a chair and do this if you're at home. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. I think we got Jen stuff right here. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. You can move up. You can move that stuff. You know that, right? Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Just gently place the hands on the floor and come sit down. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. dorsal flex the left foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and exhale, twist over to the right. Look over your right shoulder at the wall behind you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Exhale, place the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Then pull the right toes back. So you're not going to point those away. Then inhale, lift your right arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the left. So you pulling the toes back, you get a little hamstring action in the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, come back to center and exhale, extend. Inhale, bend both your knees. Place your heels where your knees were. Feet about 2 fists apart. And bring the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches with your fingers pointing toward the windows. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips. Let the head go back, tabletop. Press all 10 toes down. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Gently come down and come sit on a blanket. Come sit on a block. We're going to chant a little bit. Chanting allows us to kind of set an intention, and it gives us kind of an ability to have some kind of messaging about the class, so that your yoga class just doesn't become a workout like at a gym. I used to teach at a gym. I didn't chant at gyms. I didn't. I just did the physical practice because that was what was required. When you come to a yoga studio or a yoga shala, you're coming into a different kind of space. You're coming into a space where yoga is practiced from a form of spirituality. It's practiced also from the form of self-inquiry and kind of expanding. Whereas when you practice yoga at a gym, you just kind of worried about your hamstrings. I worry about that too with you, but I worry about more things. So we're going to chant from 2 different places. We're going to chant from page 16. This is a good an oldie but a goodie, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And then we're going to chant from page 42 from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and we're going to chant 2.3. So that's on page 42. So if you know Loka, you can just go to page 42, because Loka is pretty easy for a lot of people in the room today. So 3 ohms. Om. 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 Loka samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Your turn. Loka samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Continue. Loka samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now look at page 42. And this is Yoga Sutra 2.3. We'll do this as a word-for-word call and response. So I'll do it first and you'll do it after me. Avidya, avidya, asmita, asmita, raga, raga, devasya, devasya, abhidibesha, abhidibesha, klesha, klesha. Avidya asmita, avidya asmita, raga devasya, raga devasya, abhidibesha klesha, abhidibesha klesha. So you see those dashes in between the words? That means that if you were to see this all written out, it would just be one long word. And anytime when two vowels come together, that's a sandhi in Sanskrit. And one of those vowels is going to be silent. So it would actually be avidya smita ragadavasya bidibesha klesha. I like that in the back. Oh. So try that. Avidya smita ragadavasya bidibesha klesha. Try it again. Avidya smita ragadavasya bidibesha klesha. Yeah, so we break those up so that you can see the words, because if you can't see the Sanskrit words, it's very hard to know what you're chanting, and it's really kind of deconstructing your mind and looking at a page of words in a different way than if it were English. So we break that up so it's a little easier, and then it gives us the ability to tell you what it means. Loka means location, samasta, same, equal standing. Sukhino, a sweet middle. A bhav is a energetic, a divine energetic, you could say, unto. That's what I wish to achieve. My teacher, Sharon Gannon, translated that as, may all beings everywhere, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, the words, the actions of my own life contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for others. Okay. So others, right? Others. That's a word that like we kind of like don't think about a lot. And Patanjali says, avidya smita raga devasya bidibesha klesha. He says that avidya is a Sanskrit word that means truth or unchanging, or the idea of endless almost. Avidya is misknowledge, is not truth, is changing ideas, changing reality, right? The seasons, going from fall to winter, is a changing reality. It's a reality, but it's always changing. So is it real or not real? But I like the idea of misidentification. Avidya is a misidentification. Misidentification happens in two ways, right? One, I misidentify who I am. Yoga tries to help you with that first. But then what you realize is that when you misidentify yourself, you're also misidentifying the whole world around you as others. The others. those beings that are out there that I can't identify with. So yoga says, let's remove this veil of avidya and let's start to understand that all sentient beings have some similarities, and we're looking for their similarities instead of their differences, because differences and otherness causes nothing but conflict. And yoga is trying to end conflict, right? It's trying to end that pain, the suffering, the idea that others don't deserve happiness and freedom because they're different. They're others. He goes on and he says, asmita is egoism. Raga is attachment to pleasure. Devasya is the hatred that comes out of otherness. And abhidabhesha is the fear of death itself. And he says that klesha means a hindrance or a blocks. And he says, look, these 5 things that you're born with, you come to the world with these kleshas, they're going to keep you from yoga. If you can get rid of these 5 hindrances, then all of a sudden you'll obtain yoga. But the first one, everything stems from avidya. Everything comes from that first word in Sanskrit. When you talk about sutras, the first word and the last word are very important. They kind of bookend the thought, right? So he's saying that everything comes from this misidentification, right? It's very interesting because right now we live in a world that we get very angry when people label us. And we want to say, don't label me. Don't label who you think I am. And then after we say that, we turn around and we label others. It comes right out of our mouth that the other has labeled me. And what we're doing is we're not seeing where the problem is. The problem itself is in the labeling of the other anyway. Imagine, just everybody take a moment, look at each other. Don't just take a moment, stop looking at me and look at the people that you're sharing this room with. Look behind you, Annie. Make an effort. Make an effort to see them, Annie. Right? See these other beings that are here in the room with you. We all look different. We're of different ages. We're of different nationalities. We're different genders. But there's something about all of us in this room that's the same. It's the spark of divinity that's in every one of these beings in this room. And the job of the yogi is to see that spark of divinity in each one of these beings. But you got to look at them. You have to see them, not see through them and see the label you've projected onto them. That's yoga. It's nice to come and do these exercises that open up the hamstrings. But in reality, yoga is about opening up the heart. And if you can't open up your heart, you can't practice yoga. It's that simple. Fold up your chant books, Echo, and I'll come by and pick them up. You put the cover on the top for us, that'd be great. Come stand at the front of your mat into Tadasana again. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. Gaze is at the horizon. And just take a moment, bring the hands together in undulating mudra, and set a higher intention for the practice today. I say letting go of otherness, letting go of that avidya, of misidentification, of mislabeling, trying to overcome that. And then exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. I'll recount the metronome so we all be on the same breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. On the inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you. Raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees. Take the arms behind the back, folding forward. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Straighten the arms and legs. On the inhale, bend the knees, place the hands down next to the feet, step the right foot back into a long lunge and look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows straight back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, point the toes, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to the heels, lifting the knees up, downward dog. On the inhale, lightly step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot next to the right and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs in front of you. Stand up, straighten your legs and arch back. Exhale, reverse the flow of energy. Bring the arms behind the back. Clasp hands together in a fist. Straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet. Step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank, looking forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward, looking forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Again, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot back, look forward. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Let's do that one more time. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step the right foot back, looking forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot next to left fold. I'm sorry. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. I'm going to teach you a very long sequence on the right and the left. After I teach you that sequence, we'll do that sequence, that long sequence, as a sun salutation, okay? So just take note of the sequence. We'll hold asanas in this sequence. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, place the hands on the earth and extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up warrior one and stay. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Annie, move your foot forward. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior two. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reach forward to the right hand down, left arm up, gazing at left thumb, triangle Trikonasana. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, lift all the way up to a standing position. Then exhale, bend the right knee, warrior two, and stay. Inhale. Exhale, track the right knee down the center of the foot. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Pull the ribs in. Inhale. Exhale, four. Back foot turned in a little on the angle. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, extend the right leg, one breath. Exhale, bend the right knee. Place the right hand down outside your right foot on a block. I like a block for this. Inhale, extend the left arm alongside the left ear. Extended angle A. Exhale, one. Good. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Exhale, extend your right leg, bump your back foot forward. Inhale, lift your head and chest, pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Exhale, fold forward over your extended right leg. Annie, walk this foot back. I know you said you didn't want to assist, but that doesn't mean I don't give you verbal cues. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, bend both knees. Bring your left knee to the floor underneath your left hip. Inhale, lift the torso up. Bring your arms alongside your ears as if in a lunge. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer and twist deeply over to the right. Get your left armpit on the outside of your right thigh. Now, if you're stable, on the inhale, lift your left knee up. Standing spinal twist, or Parivrita Parshvokonasana. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, come back to center. Place the hands on the floor. Frame your right foot. Exhale, put more weight into the right foot and the hands. On the inhale, lift the left foot off the floor, extending the right leg, standing split. Then exhale, fold forward. You can lift your left leg higher. I don't mind. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Let the head be heavy. Look back at the mirrors. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up as you bend your left knee. Bring your left heel to the outside of your right hip. So really open your left hip to the left side. Yep. Then exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your right foot and sit down like doing a curtsy. Yeah, and then plug both sit bones into the earth. Make sure you're not sitting on your left heel. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist deeply over to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come back to center line. Exhale, counter twist, twist over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Move the left shin forward. Stack your right shin on top of the left. Your right foot is off your left knee. Your left ankle is underneath the right knee, and the feet are going to dorsal flex. So if you can see the sole of your foot, that means you're plantar flexing. So you want to pull the toes toward the center line of the body. Some of you guys are going to say, oh, this is that express class sequence. Yes, it is. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the arms out in front of you. Good. Inhale, keep pulling your toes toward each other. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On the inhale, lift your head and chest up. Now, I know this seems odd, but you've only done something on the right side. So lift your right shin up and swing your left leg, your bottom leg behind you, because we've only really heated up the hip flexor of your right leg. Now, this is a upright pigeon, so it's a back bend. So walk your hands back so that your shoulders are over your hips and your head is over the cranial and the sacral. So cranial and sacral alignment. Now, when you put your hands on blocks, you're going to kind of push into the floor and pull your right hip back and your left hip forward and kind of lift up through your abdomen. Because what you want here out of this add-on is that you want a psoas stretch. So see how your shoulders are in front of your hips? So you're going to walk your hands all the way back here. Put your hands on those blocks, Annie, both hands. There you go. Now, lift up and arch back and come into more of a back bend. See how different that is? Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, everybody. Inhale, walk your hands forward, tuck your back toes under, and then exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Now on the left side, on the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down at a 45-degree angle, come up warrior 1, and we're going to stay in warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, make sure that your knee is over the ankle and not knee in front of your ankle. Exhale, 2. So Annie, what am I going to do that? I'm going to move my left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, reach forward to the left hand on left shin. Right arm reaches up. Triangle Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Come back this way. There you go. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, press into the feet, come all the way up to a stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. Make sure your right foot's still turned in on a 45-degree angle, that it's not pointing back toward the wall behind you. Inhale, so Anna, point that toe toward up there. There you go. Inhale. Exhale 2. That's another misidentification when you think not, oh, he's not talking to me. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, rebend the left knee. Left hand outside the left foot. Right arm's going to reach toward the windows, looking into the right palm. Left knee's going to push into left arm. So they're making a connection. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, gently place the right hand down. Come on to the ball of the right foot, extending the left leg. Bump the right foot forward. The foot could be turned out a little bit. I don't mind. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Pull the left hip back. And then exhale, fold forward over the left leg. Parvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, bend both knees. Bring your right knee to the floor underneath your right hip. Then inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the arms alongside the ears like a lunge. And then exhale, bring the hands together in prayer and twist over to the left. Get your right armpit out on the outside of the left leg. Then lift your right knee up. Standing spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Nice breath, everybody. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then on the inhale, come back to center. Place the hands on the floor. Frame your left foot. Then exhale, put more weight into the left foot and the hands. Inhale, lift the right foot off the floor, extending your left leg. Then exhale, fold forward. You can lift your right leg higher and point the toe. I don't mind. Inhale, good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And inhale. Lift your head and chest. Bend your right knee. Bring your right heel to the outside of your left hip. Really open your right knee up to the right. Then exhale. Bring the right knee behind the left foot and sit all the way down. Plugging both sit bones into the earth. Then lift the right arm up alongside the right ear. And then exhale, twist deeply over to the left. Look over the left shoulder this time. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center line. Exhale, counter twist over to the right. Inhale, come back to center line and move your right shin forward, stacking the left shin on top of the right. Left foot's off your right knee. And here again, you don't want to see the bottom of your socks or the sole of your foot. You really want to only see the edge of your foot. Lift your head and chest, and then exhale, fold forward. Bring your arms out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest up. Now, lift your left shin up. Swing your right leg behind you. This time you'll keep your left leg in front of you. Coming into your upright pigeon. Here again, it's a deep back bend, trying to get into your psoas on the right side. So you're going to walk your hands back so the shoulders are over the hips. If you're kind of humping forward like this, you're not really getting into this area of psoas. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And then I'll walk the hands forward, tuck the right toes under, and exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Now we're going to do this whole sequence like a sun salutation. So listen to what Echo asks you to do.
Inhale, step your right foot forward to warrior 1. Exhale, open hands to the side to warrior 2. Inhale, straight front knee. Exhale, reach forward, float your right hand on shin, left hand reach up. Inhale, lift the torso all the way up, straight right. Exhale, rebend your front knee, warrior 2. Inhale, straight front knee again. Exhale, rebend your front knee, place your right hand outside of your right foot. Inhale, left arm reach to ear. Exhale, bring your both hands down, frame your front foot. Inhale, bump back foot to 1 step forward, extend both legs and straight. Exhale, fall down, pass for Konasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, drop your back knee down to the mat. Inhale, both arms reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands in front chest and twist to right side. Inhale, back foot straight, extending. Exhale, bring back to center, frame your both hands down to the front foot. Inhale, shift your body weight forward, lift the back foot up high to the ceiling. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest and bend your knee. Exhale, let your knees spiral down to the outside of your right foot. Inhale, left arm reach to ceiling. Exhale, twist to Lotto Fish. Inhale, bring back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the other side. Inhale, bring back to center. Exhale, stack your shins together for ankle to knee. Inhale, lengthen spine, lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift the head and chest back to seat, straight. Exhale, extend your left foot behind for pigeon. Inhale, walk your both hands on the shoulder, lengthen spine. Exhale, bring hands in front, top your back toe, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward to warrior 1, palms reach, look up. Exhale, open hands to the side, warrior 2. Inhale, straight front knee. Exhale, reach forward for triangle, hands on the shin, right arm to ceiling. Inhale, lift the torso all the way up, straight right. Exhale, rebend your front knee to warrior 2. Inhale, straight front knee again. Exhale, rebend your left knee and bring your left hand outside of your left foot. Inhale, right arm reach ear. Exhale, bring your both hands down, frame your front foot. Inhale, bump your back foot 1 step. Extend both legs straight and arm. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift the head and chest again. Exhale, drop your back knee down to the mat. Inhale, both arms reach to ceiling. Exhale, twist to left side. Inhale, back straight, extending. Exhale, bring your both hands center, frame your front foot. Inhale, extend Inhale, back leg straight up line. Exhale, fall down to standing split. Inhale, lift the head and chest, bend your knee, open hip. Exhale, let your knee spiral down to the outside of your left foot. Inhale, Right arm reach to ceiling. Exhale, twist to left side. Inhale, bring back to center. Exhale, counter twist to the other side. Inhale, bring back to center. Exhale, stack your shin together, left one on the top. Inhale, lengthening. Press hands down. Exhale, fold over your shin. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, swim your right leg behind for pigeon. Left foot in front of you. Inhale, press to your hands, little bit arch back, upright pigeon. Exhale, bring your hands in front, chop your back toe, downward facing dog.
Good for you. Good for you. On your inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, jump your feet in between your hands. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up. Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. So what I like about doing that is because, I think it's really exciting to take a long sequence and then turn it into like a one breath movement. But they're two different things that are similar, but are different, right? And their differences are important, but the similarity to the two of them are more important, right? It's the similarity of those two sequences, one taught as a vinyasa in a holding asanas and experiencing each asana as a holding, but then taking that same sequence and experiencing it as a one breath movement. In fact, it's understanding the first one that allows you to actually do the second one gracefully. Different but similar, right? When we talk about oneness of being and we talk about ending otherness, it doesn't mean that we all become the same. It doesn't delineate individuality, but what it does is it brings it together. It makes it whole. Step away from the front of your mat, just a couple of feet. Bring your hands together in undulating mudra. Big toes and heels touch, and then rise high on the balls of your feet, like you are in high heel shoes. Not raise your arms in the air. Raise your heels, and then press your little heels together. Because if you press your heels together, it's easier to stay up in tiptoe asana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now keep your heels in the air and start to bend your knees. Slowly descend your seat towards your lifted heels. Yeah, coming down, keeping the shoulders over the hips, keeping Mula Bandha engaged. Then open up your knees and place your hands on the floor underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to lift your hips up a little bit and you're going to squeeze your upper arm bones, or you can push your knees into your armpits. We're going to practice a little Bakasana, crow seat. Look forward. Don't look back at your toes. Start to bend your elbows. Tilt weight forward into the front of your hands. See if you can lift the toes off the floor. See if you can get the toes to touch. Balance on your hands. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Beautiful, Emmy. Beautiful. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, place your feet on the floor and come sit down. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Good. Flex your feet, pull the toes back, and then exhale, fold forward, hold on to the feet. Paschimottanasana. You know, when we deal with otherness, I like to say that, to really understand otherness, you start with human beings, because that's where you probably feel the most otherness that you can experience in this thing called Maya. Maya is the world that we live in. Most of us as human beings think about otherness when we project onto ourselves and other human beings. But Speciesism is a form of otherness when we don't see that animals and other species want the same happiness and freedom that we want as human beings. I don't know. I have a short in this wire. It makes me crazy. Send this. We'll have to get Bobby to look at it because he's the technical wizard. But then, you also dive into like, what about tree beings? What about the water? What about the air? Doesn't it want to be happy and free from pollution and harm? And so the whole ecosystem that we exist in becomes a oneness of being, not just our species, sapiens, but the whole thing works together as a unit. That's yoga too. That we can't, we have to we depend on each other. There's a symbiotic relationship with everything that we exist with. And if we keep seeing things as the other, that we can just, tear down that mountain because there may be a diamond in it. Or like, let's kill off that species because who's worried about a frog? Or, let's not think about those people that live in that other country way over on the other side of the world that I can't pronounce the name of it. And then I'll lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the side, Dandasana. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the right knee, right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Twist the torso over the left leg. And exhale, fold forward, holding onto the left foot. Janu Shirshasana, head knee seat. Everybody looks fantastic. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest up as you lift your right knee up. And exhale, extend your right leg out in front of you. Inhale, bend your left knee into the chest. Exhale, open up the left knee, left foot on inside of the right. Twist the torso over the right leg. And exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up as you lift your left knee up. And exhale, extend your left leg. On the inhale, open up the legs to a wide straddle. I don't care which way you turn. If you want to be on your yoga mat and your heels on your yoga mat, if you want to turn to the side, I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. Flex your feet. If you have to stagger, then stagger. Lift your head and chest and exhale, fold forward. Upavishta Konasana, or wide-legged straddle forward fold. You can hold on to your ankles, your big toes, your shins. You can put your forearms on the ground. If your head doesn't reach the ground, that's okay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest. Now start to bend your knees and bring your heels towards your hips, coming onto the outside of your foot. And your big toe is lifted up and your inner arches are lifted up. And you're kind of like, your feet are kind of like Charlie Chaplin. Grab your inner ankles and then kind of lift up through your abdomen. Yeah. Then thread your left arm underneath your left leg over to the left. Left arm underneath the left. Then reach your right arm up and look over your right shoulder. Little twist here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now on the inhale, bring your right arm behind you. Rotate at your left arm and bring your left hand towards your left hip and interlace your fingers together on the outside of your left hip. Or you can take a belt or a towel and come into the bind and then just roll your right shoulder over to the left, twisting a little more. Good. So this way, you're going to go that way. Exhale 1. There you go. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On the inhale, place the left hand down as you reach your right arm up. Then exhale, come back to center and grab your ankles from the inside. Lift your chest up, find your sit bones. Then thread your right arm underneath your right leg. Reach over to the right with your right hand. Lift your left arm up. Look over your left shoulder. And your little twist here on the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now bring your left arm behind you. Rotate your right shoulder and reach back for your right hip or use a towel or a belt, but then roll your left shoulder to the right. Twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And on the inhale, place the right hand down as you lift your left arm up, coming out of the bind. Then exhale, come back to center and grab your ankles. Now, rock back and forth. You want to find your sit bones here. You don't want to roll back onto your sacrum. You want to stay on the sit bones. Lift your heels up and bring your heels to touch. Then slide your forearms underneath your calves and bring your thumb and your index finger to touch. And then kind of pull your chest forward, okay? So you're kind of lifting up through the chest instead of slumping through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now you're going to keep your feet in the air. Bring your forearms out from underneath your calves and grab your big toes. Then open your legs up to blossoming lotus. And move your chest forward. Here again, you don't want to lean back. If you lean back, you'll roll on your sacrum and roll on your back. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on your inhale, bring your legs together. Keep pulling at your toes, pushing through your heels. Exhale 1. Navasana with holding onto your toes. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now bend your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left. Put your hands on the floor. Roll over your shins. Step back to a plank. Or jump back to a chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale all the way down onto the abdomen. Good for you. Squeeze the legs together. Make one leg. On the inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms. Locust, Shalabhasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Notice how much higher you can lift. Exhale 3. Now lift higher in your shoulders. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Relax. Rock out your hips. Sometimes I like doing this where I just play one mantra for the whole class. Like, I really think then that kind of like the mantra really gets into your being, especially with the practice and moving the energy through the chakras like we're doing. Bring the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Don't forget your Ujjayi pranayama. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Sometimes we kind of forget to breathe by this point. Exhale 1, holding our breath. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, come down, release the feet, rock out the hips. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, lift up, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale, gently come down, relax, rock out the hips. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear, roll over to the left, lay on the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips, feet hips width distance apart. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. And then clasp the hands together in fists, or you can hold on to the ankles, or you can hold on to the yoga mat. Okay, either one of those. All those are good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Gently come down. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth. I know this thing's making me crazy, Echo. It's making me crazy. Let me move it up here and see if it'll stop. Maybe it'll stop if I move it up there. Okay. All right. It's not stopping. Upward bow. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, come into an upward bow, or you can come into a half bridge again. Exhale 1. You can do this. You can do this. I know you can. You can do that. Exhale 2. Inhale. See, like not only can she do it, then she makes it like fancy. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Did you have to do that in elementary school? Yeah, I always laugh about that. Like, this big Russian guy comes, and he's like, he can't touch his toes, but you ask him to do this, he's like, whoo. And I said that to him one day. I said, did you have to do that in elementary school? He said, yes. How did you know? I'm like, I know. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Windshield wiper the knees. Last time, place the hands next to the head. Any variation you want to experience on the inhale, come back up. If you want to lift a leg, touch a hip, kind of play around, shifting weight around, do a little variation if you want to. And then when you're done, you can bring the knees into the chest and give the knees a hug. So the thing about otherness is otherness gives humans, or they think it gives them a license to then, do what Patanjali calls himsa. Himsa Ahimsa means violation, violence, harm. Ahimsa is away from violation, violence, or harm. And in the yamas and niyamas, Patanjali says, look, the thing you have to start practicing is this thing called ahimsa. Don't violate, don't harm, don't hurt others. You know, once you stop seeing them as others, you will stop harming them. Bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out. Any variation of a twist you want to experience. But otherness, you know, gives us the ability, or we think it gives us the ability and the license to, you know, talk about the people on the other side of the wall, or the other beings in the fence, behind the fence, are those beings that don't believe in the same things that I believe in. And that just keeps that cycle of violence and harm going. My friend Devdutt Panayak, who's going to be doing the 300-hour Urban Sadhu Yoga teacher training with us at Omega Institute, has started to say that even debate about politics is a form of violence now. That because of social media and how social media is used, that it's a form of violence against others. Bring the knees into the chest, go to the other side. And I would add on to that and say that, like, social media and the world of the worldwide internet has brought us in a lot of ways closer, but it's also desensitized us that we have the capability of harming and not really feeling the reaction to that harm. We can do it from our computer and then kind of cut the computer off, go about our lives without really coming in contact with our own actions and seeing the cause and effect of our own actions. Bring the knees into the chest, give the knees a hug. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward, rock back, rock forward, and back. Come into Navasana again. Hold Navasana. Woo! Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, put your feet on the floor. From here, let's set up for our shoulder stand practice. Or you can bring legs up the wall if you're not coming into shoulder stand. Last night was a full moon, I think. I would do Viparina Karani. I'm gonna do Viparina Karani myself. Shoulder stand, legs up the wall, or if no inversion, goddess. And then once you're in your shoulder stand, just check out your feet. Are you looking at the full top of your foot, or are you just looking at the little toenails? If you're looking at the full top of the foot, try to move your hips a little toward your forehead and your toes a little back toward whatever's behind you. And that'll kind of, and then you can walk your hands up the back a little bit more. And we could practice a little variation here. A lot of times we'll just come into shoulder stand, and but there's like a lot of variations you can do. First, turn your feet out as if you're in position 1, like in a ballet class. So your heels are touching, your toes are turned out. Yeah. And breathe. Now, bend your knees and bring your feet together as in a prayer and make a diamond shape with your legs. Now, keep that diamond shape and keep the soles of your feet together and see if you can take your hands off your back and reach your arms up toward your thighs, putting your hands on the top of your thighs, and have your shoulders and your head only on the floor, balancing on that alone, and help pushing the legs away a little bit with your arms. You can do it. You got it. You have the right instinct. So just take your hands, put your hands on your thighs, and then kind of push with your arms a little bit, staying in that upright position. Yeah. Now, keep your hands on your thighs and open your feet apart and put your feet on the ground in a wide straddle, like we did when you were like sitting on the floor. Let your toes go all the way to the floor symbol behind your head. Yeah. Now, in this wide straddle, reach over, grab your big toes, like you did when you were laying, sitting down and had the feet straddled apart. Now, bring your feet together, holding onto your toes. See, I didn't know you could do all this. Yeah. Now, this is really cool. See if you can do this. Okay, release your toes. Reach your arms forward and interlace your fingers together like a basket behind the soles of your foot. Behind the soles of your foot. Now, see if you can take that basket and slide it up your heels, across your calf, across the back of the thigh, across your buttocks, all the way onto the floor, behind you like you were in a plow seat. Ooh, yeah, like, go this way. Ah, look at there. Oh, yeah, look at there. Ooh, there, isn't that neat? Okay, now see if you can reverse that and keep your hands in a little basket and like lift your hands off the floor and slide your hands across your buttocks, your hips, your thighs, and reach back and grab the soles of your feet. Oh, that was Sharon Gannon used to love that one. Yeah. Then bend your knees, bring your knees alongside your ears, hold on the back of your knee joint. Karnapidasana. Good. And then put your hands on the floor away from your shoulders and roll down one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way down. And then once you're all the way down, if you have padding underneath your shoulders, you're going to lift up. You're going to move the blanket off to the side, lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward, pressing the elbows. Come onto the top of the head, fish. Then pressing the elbows, bring the chin in the chest and come down. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Then roll over to the left side and come into a child's seat. And keep the same calm energy, the same calm bhav. Everybody's been so calm. I love today. It's been so nice. So we're going to practice headstand, but I want you to stay calm. So, and continue to breathe. So first, extend your arms out in front of you. Turn your palms to face upward like you're trying to catch raindrops in your hands. That's going to bring your elbows closer toward each other than the edge of your mat. Then interlace your fingers together, making a fist like a basket. Then place the head on the floor behind the basket. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. You can stay here. Half headstand. Bring your knees into your chest. You can stay there with a little balance. Extend your legs. You can stay there. Coming into a full headstand. Good, everybody. Good. 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 That was good. The only thing I would say is try to pull your ribs in. Yeah, don't stick your ribs out. Because if you stick your ribs out without the wall, you're going into a back bend and you'll fall flat on your back. Does that make sense? Yes, no. Yeah. So like if you do that, you'll go boom. But if you kind of pull in, you'll kind of be even. About another 15 breaths. So inhale, exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale with control. Slowly come down. Once you're down, rest in child's seat. And you can bring the forehead to the floor, reach back, hold onto your ankles. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. And gently lift the torso up. Come lay down on your mat with your head toward the windows, the feet toward the mirrored wall. If you're turned to the side, you can stay that toward the side. That's perfectly fine. It is nice if everybody's energy is moving the same way, but it's okay if you're at the side. And once you lay down, allow the breath now just to breathe the body. And let the body become heavy by letting go of Mula Bandha. And just close the eyes and allow the body to absorb the full teachings of the yoga practice, not just the physical practice, but the spiritual and more subtle elements of the practice too. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, start to make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And then gently bend the knees into the chest and give the knees a hug. And roll over to the right side. And just stay in a fetal position for a second. And then coming up to a seated position, you can sit on a block or a blanket, and we'll practice meditation. So there's four easy steps to meditation. One, pick a seat, commit to that seat and be still. Two, begin to close your eyes and allow the breath to deepen. Become more aware of the breath. You don't have to employ Ujjayi pranayama, but there should be breath awareness. And start to draw the senses inward, focusing the mind, but you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And as you exhale, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And match the inhales and the exhales with the mantra Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And when the mind becomes active or your kind of thoughts begin to creep in and wander, focus on the breath, focus on the mantra. And that's your meditation. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings and teachers of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Echo, for teaching with me. Don't forget that Yogeshwari will be here for a couple of more classes. She's actually going to be doing 3 things. So this coming Thursday, she'll be at the Annex at 7 p.m. teaching my open class. And then the following Thursday on the 7th, and then December the 10th, which I guess would be next weekend. Next weekend, she's doing a inversion workshop, which is also a fundraiser for Azahar. Azahar, if you don't know, is an organization that she has grown and developed, and she's the CEO of it. They go into countries that have been really devastated by war, and go to orphanages, and then children who have no parents, they will send them to a yoga teacher training so that they can come back and have a way to make a living. See, they've been very successful in Cambodia, Nicaragua, and Uganda. So if you're not able to go to that workshop and you want to just donate, that would be terrific. Be love, be vegan. I will see you next time. Bye. I wanted to